Big up once more. Big up. More fire. Good morning tune at the early morning session. More fire. MIA was still in action. I for church base, I for link up. Early morning coffee. I hope you make your own. And not funny this morning. Not all man going to wake this morning. It rained heavily this morning. You know, we can't do just few discussions regards to Niger. You know, not to what's in its probably take place in the news, but even though we go face can small thing inside, but just based on my own postulations them, on my own hypothetical views them, you know, we can discuss them quickly. I collect for job, left my ideas them for flow, eventually within a week or so, when I can see say even the major news outlet them, CNN, Al Jazeera, etc., almost they follow the same suit, you know. So the concept and the idea or the mindset, we only drive, you know, towards the same direction, you know. I see even some white folks them, whether or not bloggers them, but then back they make sure they pass on the information. They defend Africa. Why make, you know, France they try for exploit? Why make NATO they try for exploit? You know, take some tea will not belong to them, etc. But when they can't church them, just quickly small on Tinubu and what's not happening inside Niger, you know, early morning coffee, when I join me. So far, what we expect say the John Tade go act or react to, now that we don't see. They don't put a ultimatum that's now after 3 years, then they're going to do a transition, you know. We not support any cook business inside Africa. But say I'll make you want to understand this. But this now a liberation we can to we colonial masters them. This now a liberation we can to NATO per se. To the Westerners them. You know? This now a major move for Africa. And it look like saying now we don't start for beats the drum. West Africa. You know? Now a big move, now a major move. When I know see the Mali Empire it starts within this West African coast. So now a great deal that West Africa they take this step. But it's so sad before we all come to this conclusion, the decisions they would Tinubu make. Very sad for we all, very sad for we all, now this West African coast. And so far, now all on the CC, him coming into, you know, power or doing in tenure as a president, and not go worthwhile, and not go meaningful, and not get anything positive where it go able direct Nigeria or ECOWAS to. After this in blunder, you know, let me just point out some two-way major. What we not you understand, and I believe saying that this thrive Tinubu for making decisions there. When it comes to oil, the biggest buyer, not the Americans them, inside Nigeria. When it comes to oil and other resources them. So when it comes to business or commerce, then get great ties them, bilateral ties them with the U.S. You know, now don't know about Exxon, you know, mobile station, all them fuel stations there, you know, all them fuel and they come out from Nigeria. So a very important and necessary for letting Tinubu continue for strengthening these ties there, you know. And I believe saying that based on commerce, now that's make a big fully, I want to say a big fully think and act based on commerce, and not think about the political interests, and not think about the social interests. You know, etc. You only think about commerce, you know. And if now business, no they think of America, now they buy the oil products from Nigeria. And if that stop, then it will be a setback for Nigeria and GDP or the revenue streams. You know, now a major setback. So I believe say they don't want the economy to be affected, you know, and that's probably make Tinubu react or act the way he acts out of stupidity, you know. And also Nigeria, the share boundaries them. Mali, Burkina Faso, you know, countries they are just along the coast, you know. So now a great deal we can to oil, we can to gold, or any other minerals them, you know, we consist around this area, what's in the Franconians them or the Europeans in the faithful. And if this batch if not take say go inside Nigeria. But I don't think say go get to that Snallow put a halt to what we just don't talk. It never lead to any battle because so far ECOWAS don't decline say they not go send any force inside Nigeria. I mean inside Niger. I've done discuss that last week as well. But they don't reinforce on this. You know, they don't reinforce on this. They go find diplomatic steps then for take measures them. For make sure see them face come back the president. Well, that's not going to take place because yesterday the junta then announced say now 3 years time, then go sit on a power for a transition. So this is not a big slap or a big blow to the Franconians them. To France. This is not a big blow because France with the hope say NATO will support them, the European whatsoever will support them, since they all belong into this colonialism whatsoever for colonize the Africans them, you know, they strongly believe that they will get support. And now Burkina Faso and Mali don't threaten say it will be an act of war if they go inside Niger. Now that's don't create the panic. And now ECOWAS back don't withdraw, the African Union don't withdraw. One important state we don't withdraw from this, one of them they be think say it's not significant, which is Ghana. Ghana totally don't withdraw from this. They say they're not going to put on into this matter. ECOWAS not gets any liberty for going inside Niger. But then find diplomatic steps too. You know? And don't forget to say Ghana, like a major player into this battle here. You know? So it'd be funny to me what all the other countries maybe they act or they talk, will not hear anything from the Ghanaians too. You know? But so far Ghana say no. Mostly majority of the African countries they say no. So I don't think say Nigeria will go inside Ghana. Unless now if France want go into war. If France want go into war with West Africa, we go welcome them. You know? The only thing where they will mash we up our camp are nuclear assets there, or nuclear weapons there. But if now man, ground, you know, then get your arms, we get we arms them. We facing ourselves. I don't think say the Franconians they get any chance towards with the Africans still. So many not try and many not think if they try and this could be, you know, the start of World War III. It could be with the Africans and we go start this World War III. Parts of what's not take place now inside Ukraine because they never play. Ukraine never play. You know, so France right now they don't get a major blow, a major setback. Now they need for think about the political alliance system. And now how they go need for go about for negotiate because now that's important. We need for go over them deals there. The deals there only the gets before inside Niger, it no rights for the people there, it no rights for the system, or even the junta them, it no rights for them. Now that's make all the buck. You know, now that's make all my act. The word buck, all my act. I'll make you understand. You know? So they need for renegotiate the deals them. I believe say if they renegotiate the deals them, and the people inside Niger feel like see the benefits, you know, eventually maybe they will tolerate the Franconians them again. But if me and Niger, then totally need for let loose of, you know, France. Now we need for begin the, you know, exits them with colonial masters there. And I believe say Niger will take the first step if they continue with this motive. You know, may they relinquish their power away from Africa. May they left Africa for become independent. Now that's one see. And I believe that that's all the pan-African individuals they want to see. You know, we get this mentality about African being great. Or great again once more. So we need for to think about them things there. We need for renegotiate. They need for relinquish them powers them. You know, we not to puppets anymore per se. And I did some of what I need for understand. Sometimes war not fine. But for the greater good or the greater cause, we need to talk of a smaller cause. Like inside Salon, so now a smaller cause who can fight about political issues there. Now a smaller cause. When they talk about a greater cause, a greater battle, beyond me and you. You know? And this cause here, all man for Putin, all African presidents, all African leaders, them. You know, anybody will believe in the greatness of Africa for Putin or put foot inside. You know? And last but not the least, we emphasize this. We're not going to support any coup per se. We'll not let this ideology we can to coup. But we can to be colonial masters them. Based on the advantage, the exploitation, with minerals them, with resources them. Everything what we they buy, what we they use today, it comes out in Africa. Now this one I need to understand. Everything what we they use, what we they buy, they can't take Canada, they can't go to the country, they go, you know, manufacture, first and come back to it for sale. Well, I need for good to understand this, and this not fair to we. You know, now that's make most of when they travel, they go out. And that's make we all they travel, they go out. Because we not see benefits or profits to sell with it. Everything what we get, so don't take, don't care go. So the finer things in life, all they oversee. The things that we possess, all they oversee. Now that can drive some of we for go back overseas. You know? Don't thief you, don't care go. Take minerals, don't care go. Now no need for kidnap you again. Now willingly, now you they buy your own tickets for go. You know? Now that's it take place. So now we go to reassess what's going to take place inside Niger. And my other last concern, excuse me, pardon me, I'll point this out quickly. This to happen inside Niger. What then John Tada at the end of the day, they turn against themselves. They begin to assassinate themselves. It takes place inside Nigeria. You know, it takes place also inside Niger. We never want that to take place inside Niger this time around. If una were inside Nigeria or Niger, they listen. Now the time this all the military personnel stem for strengthening una bonds them. Now for become solid as one. So no confusion no go come in between. Because what in the Franconians then go do eventually create confusion. You know, instigates una, sets fire una, you know, confuse the minds them, make individuals and starts for panic, make you turn your loyalty to hateness. You know? And what I mean by that, so Jamana will turn in loyalty to in general to hateness. Based on confusion. So when only then confusions, they are not allowed the Franconians then for confuse, you know, this movement. When I need for stick together, bond together, when I support una leader, when I forward march. That's this day about. Not about African, you know, coup or whatsoever, but the relinquishment we can to be colonial masters them. Now, so now for take look at the coup there. But we not support the ideology, but we can to the colonial masters them, we truly support her. You know? So now the only concern is men are not begin to assassinate themselves. Men are not begin to turn against themselves based on capital or influence or power. You know? So now we session is for this morning, the early morning session. We just want church now quick. Tasmo gets back more work for do today. They will continue. Hopefully by next week, Tasmo will be able to exhibit and show now what they do. But for now, the exhibition will close. We'll keep on silence. Whether they McKinney know what they do. If not, they McKinney, you will be introduced very soon. You know, until then, we're not stay blessed. And the boy again, Tasmo, the servant, aka Pepeko.